felt about yourself and the offensive line.
Yeah, I think we played pretty well. Minus, obviously you're gonna have a few little mishaps that defenses are gonna do. Looking at it, the other team, their defensive line, they're on scholarship too. They're getting paid big NIL money, just like some of we are here. And so, I think we've done really well as a group. I think we could have done a little bit better last week for sure. But it is what it is at the end of the day. We just got to move on and focus on TC for this weekend.
What do you think was giving you guys trouble this past weekend?
Yeah, looking at the film, they were doing like small little like nuances that kind of broke our rules. I think they saw some of the stuff that we did for UNLV because they had the same kind of structure of defense, and they kind of saw how we protected that, and so they kind of threw a little curveball at it that was a little bit different than what UNLV did.
What do you think about how Shane played at guard alongside you?
Yeah, I was excited whenever he came in. I know he's a smart guy. He was playing center. Me and him competed all fall camp, so I was never worried about him not knowing what to do or anything like that. I remember when he came in, and I think 2 plays after he came in, there was an injury timeout for someone on the other team. And we were walking to the sideline, or jogging over to the sideline together, and he was like, "Dude, I was so nervous. I felt like a little kid. I was about to pee my pants." It was really funny. But those 2 plays went right behind us and got pretty good. I think it was like 4 yards, 5 yards a pop, and so that was really good. It was a lot of confidence I got in him.
I'm curious, when you do see other teams start to do that, where they break your rules and what you're taught, how do you guys counter that?
Yeah, I think it's just getting on the sideline, getting on the tablet, and seeing what they're doing, and kind of having to talk with Coach A, and also having to talk with Coach Grimes, and trying to figure out what's like the best way for us to adjust, because of the people we're sliding to in protection, or people who were like, "Hey, we need to focus on this guy because he's one of the best pass rushers." Just something along those lines. Just kind of communicate with each other and try to get everyone, us as the offensive line, as the entirety offensive line, offensive coordinator, our quarterback, and our running backs. We all have to be on the same page in order for protection to go the right way.
And you've obviously been in college football for a while. What's it like now having those tablets available on the sideline where we're able to go over some of that stuff?
A while. Making it sound like I'm old, man. It's only my 4th year. But it's really cool. I think it feels like a little more professional. I think it's kind of a cool feeling. And then, every once in a while you have a really good play. So when you're on the sideline, you need a little confidence boost. You can go back to that really good play you had and be like, I can do that. I'm good enough to do it. Versus when you have like a bad play. But it's a lot easier to adjust, I would say. And then it's a lot easier to pick up tendencies with the iPad. I think that's the biggest thing.
What's it been like getting a block for Devin McDaniel so far?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, all throughout fall camp, everyone's hyping him up. And during fall camp, I didn't really pay attention. Fall camp for me is just kind of a cluster. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what day of the week it is during fall camp. Getting a block for him in games and stuff like that, they love making you right. And so I think it's really easy to block for him.
As an offensive lineman, what's the feeling like when you get an end around like the one to Luke Grimm and you turn around, there's nobody to block?
Yeah. So I've had 3 of those now, and 2 of them I've had pretty good blocks, and the one we actually scored on, the corner kind of just like avoided me and just kind of fell to the ground. So that wasn't as exciting of a block I got to do, but it was one I got to spring it. But I remember talking with Luke on the side, and he was like, "Dude, I saw 4 offensive linemen here, and you kick out the end, and there was just nothing." He was like, "I knew that was gonna be a touchdown." And so I wish, apparently his GPS was dead. I wanted to see what his mile an hour was on that one, because he was flying. He was moving pretty quick.
How'd you spend the weather delay?
The weather delay?
Yeah.
We just I kind of looked at like I was talking about some of the adjustments that they made. We were looking at kind of where they were moving to kind of break our rules, and then we were trying to figure out what was the best way for us to attack that versus in the blitzes that they would come in based off of that. It was 90 minutes, so it was a long time of just kind of sitting there waiting and doing that. But I just kind of went through the game to kind of see how the defense was like adjusting the things that we were doing.
What have you seen from TCU and their front 7 so far?
Yeah, they're big, strong guys. 91, he's a transfer from Georgia, and so he knows a little bit about SEC ball, and he's gone against the national championship offensive line that was at Georgia, and so he knows what greatness is. He knows what's a good team. And then number 90, Caleb Fox. I actually played with him when I was in Little League ball at South County Football League, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, just kind of knowing the personnel. They're really strong. They have guys who like to hit. They have guys who know how to avoid. And so it's just knowing who's who and just knowing that kind of personnel. So whenever you're going up to block them on the second level or stick on double teams, you know exactly what to expect.
Just playing Arrowhead